Hi everybody, it's Stacey Hawkins from StaceyHawkins.com here again for another great recipe for Breakthrough M2. Now it's November and of course we are getting into the biggest foodie times of year, right? And Thanksgiving is absolutely no exception. The beautiful thing is there is absolutely, positively no need for you to feel deprived on Thanksgiving or to have any reason to want to go off program whatsoever. Now, what am I talking about? How could you possibly have yummy things like dessert or even stuffing at Thanksgiving? Well, that's what this month's video is all about. Today I'm going to show you two of my favorite recipes that are perfect for the holidays. One features good old, yes, stuffing, which is my favorite. We're going to show you how you can make a breakthrough friendly stuffing recipe that's so flavorful and there's so much of it that I promise you'll be fully satisfied. And then I'm going to show you how to make a wonderful, decadently easy chocolate dessert that you will love. So are you ready? All right, let's get started. Number one with the stuffing. I love this stuffing recipe because it is so flavorful and so delicious and so plentiful that you'll never even know that you're not eating bread. And it incorporates some real simple and easy ingredients. The first is our good old basic cauliflower. I'm going to take 14 ounces of cauliflower and chop it up fine and put it in a bowl. To that, I'll add my milk, 4 tablespoons of milk. I'll also add 1 teaspoon of good old Dash of Desperation seasoning and 1 tablespoon of the Rosemary Versatility seasoning. I'll toss that all together, and to that I'm going to take 4 of my rosemary grissini breadsticks. Take those breadsticks, put them in a plastic bag, and then roll them with a like a rolling pin, or you can use a glass or even a meat mallet to chop them up into really fine breadcrumbs. Toss those in with the cauliflower and then put it in an 8x8 baking dish. Then you're going to take 4 more of your rosemary grissini breadsticks. Repeat the process, only don't chop them up quite so fine. Leave them a little coarse and sprinkle them over the top. Put that in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes if you like your stuffing a little crunchy and with a little texture, or 30 to 40 minutes if you like it a little bit softer. And when you are finished, are you ready for this? You wind up with a wonderful cauliflower bake that makes the most amazing, delicious tasting stuffing in the whole wide world. Now, as I said, this is an 8x8 pan, and are you ready for this? This is 4 servings. 1/4 of this is an entire almost plate of stuffing that you will enjoy with your turkey and whatever other veggie you decide to have for your meal. I promise you, you will not miss out on that bread stuffing, and oh, it smells so good. I can't wait for you to try this. So I promised you dessert, and I am going to show you how to make one that is so easy and so yummy and so decadent that you can make it in all of about 30 seconds. Are you ready for this? We are going to make today a chocolate mug cake that is yummy. All right, let's get started. Super easy. I have 1 large egg white that I'm going to put into my bowl. To that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of dark cocoa powder. I'm going to add 5 to 10 drops of chocolate stevia. Now, the nice thing about this is we're featuring the chocolate stevia, but you can use any of the stevia any of the stevia flavors here. So the English toffee is really good in this. You can even do the root beer in this and change up the flavors in 1,000,001 ways. Now, this recipe is a little bit on the sweet side. So if you're like me and you like sweet and salty at the same time, take a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt, just a couple of sprinkles, and you can put that in there as well. This is your key tool in this recipe, and that is a whisk. And I'm going to show you what happens here. When you first start, the cocoa powder does not want to incorporate into the egg white. All it takes is a little bit of muscle and a little bit of scraping. And before you know it, it's all incorporated together. Now, the thing about this is you don't have to whisk this to the point where it gets really big and fluffy. All you want is this liquid with all of the ingredients combined really well. I'm gonna take this and just pour it into my mug, but I wanna make sure I use my rubber spatula and scrape all of the liquid down in there. All right, that's the hard part. You're gonna put this in the microwave for 30 seconds. And when you're finished, you wind up with this decadent little yummy chocolate bomb that you can either eat right out of the mug. And now you're gonna say for a minute, like, why'd she use such a big mug? It's because as that's cooking, it kind of grows on the inside. You can't really see that in the microwave, but you don't wanna put it in a teeny tiny little cup or it's gonna wind up going all over the place. This is very much like a souffle, if you will, so it grows and the egg whites grow as you cook it. So you can either eat it out of the mug just like this, or you can take it and boop, pop it right out onto a little plate. It's almost like a little decadent chocolate brownie. But when you cut into this, it's moist and it's rich and it's so yummy. Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk with my mouth full, but I'm going to, and then I'm going to eat the rest of this as soon as we turn the camera off because this is so good. I promise you, you will never, ever, ever feel like you're being deprived this Thanksgiving when you make your wonderful stuffing, yum, 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 and your chocolate mug cake. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody, from Stacey, Hawkins, and everyone at Breakthrough M2.